Hey everyone, it's little Lollycat here, and as you can see, this is being thrown together quickly, and it is basically just a reminder to be kind, and we're mixed in with some business updates. Basically, as everyone is aware, there is a lockdown right now. The UK is on lockdown. Now what this means is there is a massive demand on the postal service. There's a massive demand in couriers. All online businesses are still pretty much running, but shops and things like that aren't. Unfortunately, what this means is basically sites like eBay and that, because there's no one at the wheel right now and everyone is on lockdown and no one is there, they haven't updated things like shipping times. And unfortunately, as I very much learnt today when I clicked next day shipping for things, next day shipping is now estimated to take over a week. And that's within the UK. So this is genuinely just, obviously common sense does dictate a little here. Be very, very aware of the fact that this is currently a skeleton's crew situation for Innocent Dreams and for Dotty. Literally, we are doing this on our own with no help from others. We have couriers that come in and collect, and basically we are also on lockdown to keep things safe. But while we are successfully shipping things within the time that we are aiming for, so basically things are shipped within the same working day or the next working day, which we are very much on top of if you have actually seen your dispatch notifications. What this does mean is that when shipping within the UK, you're expected to add at least a week on to the shipping time. Obviously, large parcels can no longer go through things like Royal Mail. That is not a viable option anymore. You cannot deliver that way, so more packages are going through Parcels to Go, which is a courier service. They come, they pick them up, but then it's on them to unfortunately ship out. And because there has been such an increase in demand for them, it's running slower than it normally would. Like I said, next day delivery is taking over a week. So it is really, if you have any questions, if you're wondering why your parcel is taking a bit longer than usual, that will entirely be why. I'm afraid there is literally nothing we can do about it. The courier companies have literally said we cannot promise parcels coming any quicker. We can't give time estimates on parcels anymore, especially when they're shipping to countries like Germany. Germany is a major issue right now. We have parcels going to Germany. However, the sheer number of planes going to Germany are so small that they can't really travel very often. Often it's a case of it sitting there for a few weeks waiting for a plane because of the demand. In fact, I am even aware of people who have tried to ship to Germany outside of the UK and they've been called back to pick stuff up because they can't ship to Germany. While we're still trying to get through, unfortunately, there is nothing we can do about this. I am sure you can more than understand that this is a lockdown. There is currently a crisis going on in the world. We really can't do anything there. I'm sorry. Obviously, some countries like the US are taking in mail. They still have frequent enough mail service. However, things like economy shipping. On Innocent Dreams, I offer economy shipping for international. It means that it's £7.50 shipping for however much you want to order. What this actually is because of the current cost, this is way less than we actually pay to ship economy. And the economy shipping, which used to take up to 6 weeks to show up, this is warned on the site by the way, it used to take up to 6 weeks. However, it now can take up to 6 weeks and then be held up in customs for 10 days and then be held up there for another 2 weeks for basically quarantine and all sorts, and there is literally nothing we can do about it. We are very much just doing whatever we can, and I really hope that you guys can understand this and be patient with it and basically just be kind, because the sheer amount of abuse that comes through from people when they don't get their package within 3 days, when literally every company is saying we can't do this. If you want a good example, look at Amazon. Amazon has said unless it is essential, and they have their own drivers, remember. Amazon Prime does in fact have its own drivers. So if they're saying that because there is such a high demand that they're adding a month's shipping time onto anything deemed non-essential, anything outside of the grocery, and even the grocery has had a week added onto it. If they're saying add a month on, that tells you how serious this is, how much of an issue couriers are. If they have their own driving force and have hired more to deal with it, it shows you exactly how much of an issue this is for big companies, let alone small ones. So please, please, please be kind to companies right now. Small businesses cannot compete with big companies that have their own drivers. We are literally doing everything we can. We are shipping out on time.
On Sunday.
Yeah, we're even shipping on weekends. We haven't taken a day off. We're working all the way through the week to make sure things are shipped and that things are out to you guys, and really just trying the best we can. And I know out there are a lot of other companies that are doing the exact same thing. So it's in the hands of the couriers, unfortunately, and a lot of the courier companies, well, they're doing stupendous work and dealing with ridiculous workflows. It's like shipping at Christmas time when you're expecting to wait an extra week, except right now the demand is higher than Christmas. There is also the fact that eBay, because Sainsbury's are still open because they are an essential shop, you buy food from there. Unfortunately, apparently it's quite common in England, not so much in Scotland, but this is where Argos's are, and eBay has this click and collect service. And because the Sainsbury's is open, they accept that the Argos is open. Argos is not open, you cannot order click and collect. And we are literally at the point, because of the sheer amount of abuse from eBay, because of the fact that things are running late when they're in the courier's hands, because of this, it's to the extent that if this continues, the eBay shop will be shut down until this is over. It is that simple.
It's just down forever.
Yeah, it is not worth it. Honestly, when we are trying to rush as many parcels out as we can and get everyone their order as quick as we can using the couriers we have available to us, and we're having to then spend absolutely every other minute of the day sorting out issues with eBay cases where something has shown up 3 days later or hasn't shown up on the exact date it was expected because of courier delays, especially considering the fact with eBay we always have tracking. Things aren't sent not tracked on there, so you know exactly what's going on. You have the tracking, the information is there at your fingertips. Many of the sites, if you use the tracking right now, are saying that there is a delay, there's an expected delay, we expect a delay. Literally, like I said, next day delivery is now taking, at a minimum, they are saying 8 days. We can't do anything about it if the couriers are delayed. We ourselves are not the couriers, we are a small business. Okay? So, really, it is a hard time for a lot of people. Just try and be nice to each other. This will end eventually. It is a temporary situation, and all we're asking for is a little bit of patience, a little bit of understanding, and I think that all of you are more than capable of that. And I know that when it comes to this, it's the small minority that do it. And we understand that you're stuck at home and you're aggravated and you just want this thing, but there is literally nothing we can do about it until things are running normally again, unfortunately. So, thank you for listening, and bye everyone.